for Instagram to always take forever to update. Give me a second. I added the link. There we go. And we are live everywhere.
We are.
We are. So, okay, I got everything set up. See, I did good today, even though I'm still late because clearly I did not know today was Thursday.
Mm, mm. Well,
Oh,
welcome to Thursday.
welcome to Thursday.
Indeed.
How was your week? All right, I got this everywhere.
Now that my mouth ain't swollen, it's pretty damn decent.
Well, that's a good thing. That's why I wanted to wait too.
I mean, I was fine. By Tuesday, I could talk. Monday was when it happened, and I couldn't. Aw. Tuesday, I mean, I had minor pain, but I still had to go to work, so I had to talk. Can't sit there and
Yeah.
look at the kids like this. So you just had stuff going on Tuesday.
Yeah, I had to finish some work up for Tuesday because tomorrow is going to be a busy day because I'm being in working late tomorrow too.
Mm,
So I think we talked about spinning the block, situationships. I feel like
hmm
we talked about dating before, but I kind of want to talk about it again as far as like as you say, we're cooked, right? How dating has changed, relationships have changed, and situationships, more people having different dating styles or serial daters, however you want to say it. People, as you say, me dating with a purpose is not the right term to use. But I just wanted to kind of talk about dating before we got into the actual discussion of relationships.
mm. We gonna talk about that.
Dating and how it's changed. How do you feel? Other than we're cooked, how do you feel like it's changed?
I mean, when you say it's changed, right? That would suggest that the rules were always the rules and it applied to everyone. But I think for me, the rules was just another part of the overall indoctrination of people trying to tell you how to live your life.
So I was going to ask that. Do you feel like we have have come to this, I guess, conclusion that all the rules apply to everybody and what your relationship should be, and this is how it should be, but the rules don't apply to everybody.
They don't. They weren't never made for everybody.
But why do you believe we were, I guess, that thought of you have to be courted, whatever, da da da. This
Religion,
is what religion.
basically. I mean, that's the basic premise. God's laws and all that stuff was the basic premise. How everybody was told how they were supposed to live their life. It defined what a husband was. It defined what a wife was. And then, in order to get to husband and wife status, there was all these things you had to, all these check boxes you had to hit first.
So now those rules, I mean, the rules don't apply, like you said, to everybody, but I feel like now with social media, people feel like the rules of what they see, right? We talk about the whole Cheesecake Factory thing and the whole situation with that. We joke about that the Cheesecake Factory isn't enough, or we see people, oh, I'm going out the country for my first date or going to meet somebody, hop on a plane or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Do you I feel that like social media has like tainted the waters of how we believe dating should be right now.
I mean, because yeah, I mean, only because social media gives platform to loud voices that try to project their beliefs onto their followers. You know, there's this woman going around, and I like her content a little bit, but she's talking about like women who kind of like, in her opinion, don't want to be married. They talk like they don't want to be married, but it's because they don't look inside to like their own issues and stuff, right? And she's telling that to them, and she be cooking them. They put her on these platforms, and she be cooking. But at the end of the day, if marriage is not one of the most, I'll say this, one of the most poignant things she ever said was, "You have to find somebody who's on the wave you're on. Whatever your wave is, that's who you got to find. You got to find the person who believes in what you believe. So if you believe in, you know, my one and all, then find someone who believes that too. If you believe that life is freedom and you can do whatever you want, date how you want, find somebody that believes that too. If that's your goal, but know who you are. Knowing who you are knows what you want, and knowing what you want allows you not to settle for anything less than that. If you don't know what you want, then you just out here trying to figure this shit out, and you're out here trying to make it seem like you got it figured out when you don't.
And do you feel that makes things more complicated as
Yeah,
far
because
the dating stages?
we all out like when we was in school, when you and I was in school, and I hate to say this, when you and I was in school, right, there was a clear separation of children. You remember that?
What do you mean as far as
There was us, and
yeah,
then there was them, right?
I got you. Yeah.
In this world, us and them are all mixed together in life and on social medias. We all mixed together. And social media is everyone's little private, little personal stage and platform for them to tout their opinions. What's the joke I always say? I don't want to give I don't want to give advice from the seat of my car.
Yeah.
Right? All of that is just projection. Because at the end of the day, half of that shit don't fit you.
And that's true. You know,
Right? It's not your situation. It's not your life, but you're inundated with it constantly. You get fed it all the time.
I was gonna say from the time you open up, I mean, especially with the algorithms and everything,
Oh yeah.
you open up one, then every day,
You mentioned the word date
and
near
it's gonna
your
be up
phone.
there today and
Right.
tomorrow, every day.
I mean, and it's out of hand. You got, because on top of social media and platforms, you got a million podcasts out there now. You got a million podcasts out there now.
And that's the thing I think I don't, like you said, it's about our opinions and what we feel and what is good for you, right? You can't
Hmm.
give me, not you, but you watch the people who, monetize off of it. You cannot give me dating advice just like I can't give you dating advice because how you date is completely different than I date. Now, if we talk and there's a situation, yes, I'm here to give my opinion as a friend, but to tell you, oh no, you're doing this wrong, you should be doing it XYZ because of whatever the social media guide said that it should be, then you
Right.
need to listen to me and follow the social media guides because that's what everybody is doing. But like you said, we get into these trends, we fall into these trends of what we believe how we should be courted or what someone else courted and however they did it, and then the results don't happen the way you
Well,
see it,
listen,
right?
I don't argue with people about how they want to be treated. If you feel like you should be courted, find people who want to court you. It's when you want to be courted and you're sitting there and you're screaming to the world that that is the only way. right? Nothing else. If you're not courting, then what the F are you doing, right? And people don't even understand. It's so funny to hear this generation talk about courting when courting was not even around when you was a kid. Courting was our parents' generation,
Yeah. I was gonna say
right?
more 60s
And
and
courting was when a man wanted to marry a woman. And this is when like people still live with their parents, right? So you had to go and get parental approval and their blessings to even pursue the daughter, right? And then because chastity was at an all-time high back then, because we were deep in church back then, right? Because chastity was so high, you didn't have sex on the table. You'd be lucky to get a kiss at the end of the night. So courting became this long marathon of you trying to win her hand in marriage. You didn't court somebody to be their girlfriend or boyfriend. You courted them to get blessings to marry them. Now, how many steps were skipped back then? You know what
as
I'm
far as
saying?
to get to know, I mean, a lot were. A
And
lot.
then not even that. The sad part is you didn't even have to win the woman's approval.
You
You
had the
only had to win her parents.
yep,
And they would marry her off in a heartbeat.
and suck it up and deal with it
You know,
afterward.
there was this video recently of this couple. I guess they're like in Africa. This guy he had this big forehead, right? And he is at his wedding. And everybody kept saying how unpleasant the wife looked. And the rumors was he paid that marriage tax. And they family sold her off to him. Like you would like they it was all types of I'm gonna send you the clip when we get offline. It's all types of videos where like she just looks displeased, right? But
Mhm.
that culture allows that to happen. And if a man wants a woman and he can go to the parents and say this is what I can provide and this is what and I don't know I don't know if that marriage tax is real, but
Well, I know that some some religions
or they call it the wife tax or
or
something like that.
a get. I know in the Jewish culture, like it's a prenup without being a prenup, right?
Mm.
You basically say if something were to happen, this is what my wife gets, before marrying, right? So I mean, some people I know, and I don't even want to use her as an example, but I'll use her as an example. I won't say her name, but I know there is a woman of a different religion, and before marrying within his wives, like there were things that like she felt like it was just like a refrigerator, a stove, like really that's
And
what,
then look at like
that's what we're doing.
look at the cultures that still do dowries,
Yeah,
right? That means you need to they need to marry her off, right?
yeah.
So dating now is whatever you make it. Like me, I always say dating is not a status. Is an act. This is what you do, right? And the reason that I tell you to stop using the term dating with intention is because you're not giving that phrase the proper justice that it means. Dating with intention doesn't mean that I'm promising you forever. Dating with intention says I'm paying attention to see if forever even makes sense with you.
I mean, that's what I do. I mean, in my head, you know how I am, but I don't there are, as I say, potentials, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't go in it like 100% like, oh my gosh, this is the I will say that. I
Mm-hmm.
did. At one point in life, I did, right? Because I always say my mother didn't teach me how to date. My mom taught me, like my mom wanted me to get married at
Who,
18.
who learns how to date? Nobody knows how to date really.
Yeah.
Men don't know how to
Just saying,
date.
at 18, my mom wanted me married. Like,
Listen, men don't know how to date, and women only know what they learn from other people about what they've been through. And so then they apply it to their lives. Right? You can know what you want to do when you hang out with a person, but dating should be a multi-level experience, not just the times where I am taking you out.
oh, I agree. I definitely agree with
Right? But
I
that's but
totally
that is a large majority
oh my gosh.
woman's idea of what dating is. Right? And dating is just time you spend together. Again, to see if forever even makes sense, right? Because forever is built on patterns, not promises. Think about that for a minute.
No, that's true. And I feel like when people continuously want to do the dates, like yes, I would love I enjoy dates, right? I do. But there are the little things, like you said, spending time with somebody, being around them, being in their space, like seeing how they are, it's not always about just having a good time. Like you said, it's really about getting to know somebody, you know.
Exactly. And you don't just get to know somebody when they're treating you.
No,
That right?
because
You
when they
got you
stop, then you looking
when then
like
what do you got? What do you got? You got nothing, right?
nothing.
The God forbid that person lose their job. Listen,
Right.
and then can we just talk about how expensive fucking dating is right now anyway?
I just went out by myself and I spent $100, and
Now
clearly I had
imagine if you was just imagine if you was treating a person. I won't even say a man or could be a woman too, but just imagine if you was doing that and you was treating another person. And you got people who want to go out all the time,
yep, it's
right?
an investment. Hmm.
It's beyond that. But then you get these folks to say, well, dating is just not spending money. Oh, okay. How many times can we go to the same museums? How many times can we go to the same, like I live here in DC. I done seen every Smithsonian museum ever. Until a new exhibit comes at one of these museums,
Yeah.
ain't nothing new in there. And if you live here, you've been there too.
No, we used to take the kids up there. Matter of fact,
Right.
my daughter
So
went to out there and she was like, "It's still the same." And
so
last time,
then you
yeah,
gotta you gotta find somebody that's on the waves that you like. Like if you like to sit and play video games, then you gotta have somebody who wants to sit and play video games with you. If you like to take long hikes and shit all over trails, then you gotta find somebody who likes to do that too. But you can't take somebody who looking to go to RPM all the time and try to, put them in activity where they dressed all wrong, just not even not with the vibe. Like I remember a time I tried to
I'm
take I tried to take this young lady to the they call it the Billy Goat Trail out here. And it's like a trail that goes along the Potomac River. And at one point you can see like Virginia on the other side. And they got like the easy trail and then they got like the hard trail, right? And we tackled the easy one, which is still gonna take you through like woods and rocks and shit, right? But she had the wrong shoes on. She had a
oh
full
yeah.
face of makeup.
Oh, I got a story for that one. I'm listening.
And I'm like, now I didn't have it in me to know what to say back then. But then another situation came around. Now it's like nine something at night. And I got this urge to just want to go see a movie. Because I love movies. I'm a big movie buff. I'm a big cinephile. Okay. And I'll go to the movies by myself. And I remember back like in college, me, Junior, and Deron, we used to go to the movies. We used to go see like 3, 4 movies at a time, right? Now, of course, we were sneaking in the movie theaters, but still, love movies, right? So I had this urge to see this movie, and I think it was a movie out that everybody was trying to see, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to see this joint. So I'm talking to Shorty, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go to this movie. I'm bored. I'm about to hit this movie. You want to go? Now, mind you, she lives all the way in Virginia, so I'm gonna pick a theater close to her home so we can go to this movie, right? And it's gonna be a late movie. It's already 9 something when I say something. And she was down to go, and I won't mad at that. So I just throw on a quick little sweatsuit. I'm out the door, drive to her crib. I get to her crib. I know this is petty. This is gonna sound petty, but I was so turned off. She came out like we about to hit the town for the day,
Okay.
right? And this is the shit that bothered me because she's such a beautiful girl naturally, but she had all this like gunk on, you know. She had platform heels on, and I'm just like, baby, we just going to a late movie. Ain't nobody even gonna be in the theater with us, right? Because just the idea of a date for some, just I don't know. I it's so hard. It is so hard out here now, and that was years ago. That wasn't even like how it is now. That was years ago, and I remember because I ain't say nothing the first time. My dumb ass said something this time. Like, where you going? Like, we just going to the movies. I was
I
hoping
said that.
I was hoping she came out in a little ponytail. She had a cute little shoe collection, so I thought she was just going to like, throw some shit on so we can just go chill at the movies. And she looked like we about to go to the movies, the hookah bar, the bar, a restaurant. I'm like,
I mean, she probably thought y'all was gonna go somewhere afterwards.
at 10 o'clock in Virginia,
I mean, you
the
never
movie. Listen, I asked her at 9. The movie was like at 10:30. That means that's the last movie of the night, right? Where we going in Virginia after that? Virginia you should shut down. Now, especially
I
Northern
mean,
Virginia, shut
I
down.
was there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's some late night side, little
Nah,
small
no,
spots.
not in Virginia. That means you got to come back into the city now.
And Woodbridge, I mean, it's a hookah spot that's open
Woodbridge.
like
Who driving
Woodbridge.
all the way to Woodbridge?
I'm just saying, you said.
She lived in Springfield. That was
I mean,
enough.
that's like
Okay.
20, a little 20 minutes
Nah,
south. Oh
nah,
yeah, it's nothing
nah.
in Springfield that's open late. So yeah.
And then it would 20 minutes, my ass.
I know it was a late night spot, hookah spot that we used to always
I
go
don't
to
even
because
really
it was the
smoke hookah, so
only.
why would I go to the late night hookah spot?
Depending on night, you could have went to Babylon or something in Woodbridge. I'm just
I was
saying.
trying to figure out what the name of that fucking spot was the other day, and
Oh,
I
Babylon.
couldn't. Babylon, and I don't even listen. Nah. They charge you to get
The
in that
one
bitch
in
now.
Woodbridge is the one in Woodbridge. What was it? It's another one outside of Woodbridge. What is it in
Yeah, it's
Arlington?
like one, it's like one near like the Van Dorn area.
Yeah, and
That's the
everybody talking
main
about
one.
that
Everybody go to that
one.
one,
Yeah,
right?
the
And
one
then
in
there's
Woodbridge.
another. There's like another one like near the Falls Church area.
Okay.
They're like a chain. No, thank you.
Yeah, the one in Woodbridge. Yeah.
No,
After a
thank
certain
you.
time,
I've
it
never
turns.
enjoyed any. I've been to Babylon a million times with groups of people. I've never enjoyed myself
I used to take people and they used to love going there, and I just be
because
like,
niggas love hookah, niggas love mint, niggas love wings. But I'm not paying $20 to smoke hookah and eat well done wings, nigga. Like I'm good. You
but
charging
no,
me 20 to get up in this bitch?
I
In this
understand about
bitch.
that. It
That
is,
musty ass
yeah, it was
carpet.
like $20 cover charge. That's why I said if you go in at a certain time, especially on what, a Friday or a Saturday, you definitely
Yeah. Nah, I'm
it's
good.
just sit and stare at each other. I mean, on Fridays they used to have go go. I haven't lived out there in so long, so I don't know how it is on a Friday in Woodbridge. I'm saying Woodbridge.
Yeah, I'm not going out to Woodbridge. That's an hour from me. I'm
But
good.
no, I get what you say because like for me, I hike, right? So I have hikers, and it's so funny when I talk to guys like, "Oh, I hike. Oh yeah, I can go." And I'm like, I do real trails. Like I've done a, 8 mile, 10 mile trail before. Like for Valentine's Day, we rode out to the Poconos and and walked the trail. Like I really hike. So when people be like, I'll go in, like you said, the right kind of shoes, or we're out there and you gotta it's the easy trails where they have the arrows on where to go, and then you got the harder trails where it's a strip of a little, ribbon, or maybe spray painted on a tree or something. But with the movies, I definitely understand. I think last time I had went out with somebody a couple of years ago, I said I wanted to go to the movies. And I even told him, I said, I'm dressing down, like sneakers, sweats. And he came in like completely dressed up. I think what made me mad with him was he was late. And with Cine Bistro, you have to be in there at a certain time to order your food. Because with Bistro, you have to order your food, I think, before the previews even start. So I told him what time the movie started, and he was late. So as I waited, it still took him too long. I paid for my ticket. I told the girl in the front, save this seat right here. I mean, if if it's not available, it's not available. But I told her, save this seat. And if a guy's looking for me, let him know where I'm at. So I went in, ordered my food, propped my feet up, and he's like, I thought we were dressing up. I said, I told you I was dressing down. Like I made you aware of what the situation was going to be before you even got here. Like I'm not going out after this. I'm going home.
And I think that's what pissed me off too, because I got there and I had to wait outside. I was waiting outside in the car. Like, come on, girl. Like, come on, girl. Like, what am I waiting on? Like, I just knew she was just come. I was so ready for her to look so cute in her little natural state. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
I think we sometimes do it up. One thing I did want to talk about is I feel like, especially being in our 40s, some people feel like they have to settle, right? And not saying her, but I'm just saying like some of us feel like the world is over, things is too late. Let me just settle. So let me put on my best self, right? Let me put on the makeup. Let me do all of this so I can convince you that I am your number one choice.
so you're intentionally making dating difficult. Cool. Um,
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, there is no more. There's there's no normal no more. I mean, just look at all the debates. Can't go to cheesecake. Can't do coffee dates.
I love coffee
Um,
dates. I love them.
you know why? You know why these people can't do these things? Because that forces you to talk to somebody.
And that's why I like them.
But people don't know
I
how to.
hate
We don't. We are so socially awkward now. We can't even communicate with each other. Like we can say more in a text message. Like think about it. Like niggas don't answer the phone. Niggas get mad when you call them. Niggas get mad when you call them. So for anybody that hates phone calls, I'm instantly turned off. Cause I don't
I
listen.
don't text. I'm always
I'm 40. I'm 48 this year. I am not getting carpal tunnel trying to
trying
text you a
to text.
novella. And this is what they call a compromise. Well, what about a voice note?
Voice note. I was about to say.
Nigga, just answer the phone. The fuck? The time it takes me to send a voice note. So I'm talking to myself now. The
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm just
I don't even want to. I don't even know how to send a voice note. Somebody sent me a voice note. I
you
had to
if you
Google
got
where
an
to
iPhone, right?
go.
You got
Yes,
an iPhone, right?
oh,
Okay,
that
you got to hit the plus symbol. You got to hit the plus symbol. You got to scroll down because that shit ain't up in the front. You got to scroll down the audio. You usually could just hold a little microphone button.
That's what I was looking for.
The microphone button is for you to talk to text now. So you gotta scroll down and find the audio, and then you gotta hit it, and you gotta start talking right away.
It's so funny you said that because I remember one of my friends, she sent me a voice and I was like, all right, this is too much to text. I'm pressing the mic and it kept typing the stuff out. And I'm like, hold on. So I asked my daughter, I was like, is voice like I was like, how do I pull it up? Like
You know what infuriates me? Even if I settle to send you a voice memo and you text me back. You talked about, hey, let's do voice memos. All right, cool. And I send you one, and then you send me a motherfucking text back to that. Oh boy.
It's
yeah,
funny.
I think we are making dating more complicated than it needs to be because, again, we are highly influenced by what we take in.
And what we see.
Yeah, so
no, I agree with that part. Like you said, like and that's why I wanted to. I mean, technically, it's not traditional dating, right? It's what we knew what was the norm and what the norm is right now, right?
Traditional dating don't exist.
I know that
there was how they dated when they had to talk to each other, when there was no cell phones.
Well, when we had
there was no social media, when we had to talk to each other, right?
Yeah,
but when we had to talk, but when we were getting to the point where we were dating, like your first dates, let's be honest, I'm in my 40s. Like I said, I'm almost 50. Our first dates were chaperoned. Our real first dates were chaperoned. You wanted to go to the movies with that girl, your mama took you.
Yep.
Dropped you off at the mall, right? Picked y'all asses up. By the time you got to college, dating looked real different. And you didn't do a lot of that because your ass was broke. Shout out to anybody who had throwaway money in college, but the majority of us was broke. You remember being broke in undergrad?
I mean, I went on dates though.
Because y'all could go on a million dates when y'all not spending money. The fuck? I hate to hit. That's another thing that pissed me off. It's so easy. Yeah, it's so easy because you not spending your money. You can go out with $50, have a great night, and come home with that same $50.
That's true.
Yeah, that's why. Listen, just say you addicted to going outside. Just say you're addicted to being outside. I think people need to say that a little bit better. You addicted to being outside because, nigga, dating ain't even practical no more. $4 gas.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw this guy. He on the socials. He broke it down and he said like this: say you make 120 crate. This is the upper echelon of people who make over $100,000. Right? Say you make like 120K, which means you bring it home about maybe somewhere like 5-6 after taxes and stuff, right? Okay. Your mortgage or your rent is anywhere between $2,200 and $3,000 off the top. Okay.
About 20.
Right? All right. Cool. Then you got other bills, your car insurance and your car note. That's about anywhere between $500 and $700.
What, the car note or the car insurance? Which one?
Maryland car insurance high as shit. I don't know anybody else.
Do something here. It went down when I moved here because people.
Let's just say even if your insurance was only like $2 something, your car note could be anywhere from like $350 to $400. And some people with this new interest rates, I know they paying $400-$500 for their car. I know they is. It's okay. I ain't in your pockets, player. All right. So you throw that out there, right? Boom. Let's say you smart and you trying to save a little money. So you got about, you got like $200-$300 going to this 401k. You got this going to a Roth IRA. You got something going to a 403b, right? Maybe a pension. My pension, they take 8%. My 403b, they take 8% out of my check. right? God forbid if you got child support payments, right? If you one of these Negroes, you got child support payments. That's coming out your money. So at the end of the day, by the time you finish of taking care of all your responsibilities, maybe you got $1,200, $1,500
About, yeah.
about, right? This ain't I ain't even include groceries,
Nah. And I
gas,
got greedy people here.
right?
Here.
And you talking about you want to go out, you expect me to take you out 2-3 times a week. That ain't
Yes.
practical. That
That's
ain't
yeah.
practical. And that's why when you go to places, all you see is women and you don't see no men. Because it ain't practical for us. Y'all can spend all your time out in the world when you're not spending your own money. And when you hear them and you hear these people talking about how they just be doing it up with their girls, they be lying. They be lying. I've seen it with my own eyes. Groups of girls sitting at a table, one bottle. They just waiting to go somewhere at somebody else's section.
I was gonna say yeah, somebody else. Yep.
Right?
I've seen it.
Don't the girls that swear they doing it, even the ones that swear they doing it, they still doing it off somebody else's dime. Not their own. And the ones that do have to spend their own money, they ain't spending it like that. Don't let them lie to you. And that's the other problem, right? You can't tell what's real and what's not anymore,
That is true. That is
right? And everything is goals. Nobody can ever be my goal. The fuck? For what? How you gonna make me a better version of myself living vicariously through your life?
that's true.
That's crazy.
I mean, when people say relationship goals, but as far as I get what you're saying, right? The
Goals, period. Any goal.
I
Why
mean,
would your
my goals,
goal be to
my goals.
emulate somebody else's
Yeah, I
life?
was gonna say my goals are my goals, and what I want to do as far as within my future. I mean, if there is someone else there, yes, I would love to have someone there, but I have my own personal goals that I have to achieve, or I feel I have to achieve within my.
So, what do you think are the rules now?
Um, the it's funny you say this false fantasy, right? Because I feel like I do have a little PTSD of dating because I don't know what's real and I don't know what's like false right now.
There are no rules.
There
There
communication
are no
is
rules.
a rule. I
That's
feel
not
like
a rule. That's a standard.
I mean it is a standard, but people don't communicate. You just said it. People text. Don't nobody communicate.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
People
Like
don't.
you here's the problem. Women have standards until they meet a guy they like.
Oh yeah, everything go out the door after that.
Gone. Right? Everybody got standards until they meet the person they like.
Everything's gone.
Then them standards is gone. I won't even say women. Everybody has standards until they meet the person that they want to pursue. Right? So there are no rules. Do people date exclusively? Yeah, if that's what you want to do, yeah, but some people don't. I think you should date as many people as you can afford. And that's just to men, because women again, and y'all not spending no money on these dates. Y'all not dating men. You're waiting to be dated.
That is so true.
You're not dating men.
I
You're waiting to
cannot.
be dated.
I can't even like say I disagree because that's
You know, so it's the dating. All this shit applies to us. Y'all not dating us. Y'all waiting for us to show you we're interested through dating.
this is true.
That shit is
True.
that's why I be like, yo, we cook. We are fucking cook. All right. Um, so if you want to date multiple people, date multiple people. If you don't want to cut off all your hoes for one person, don't cut off all your hoes for one person until that person proves that they are the reason you should cut off your hoes.
But do you
But
feel
you
that
know
should
the
be
sad part is,
communicated?
you want to talk about spinning the block. Spinning the block is when you cut off all your hoes and then somebody don't work out. you
Made a
got,
mistake.
you got, yo. Let me tell you something. And before I transferred to Northern State, right, and I had a healthy career and life at ODU. I mean, I'd been there a majority of my time, right? And I had already established myself as, somebody that wasn't looking to be in no relationship. It's college. Like, I can't trust you. I don't know you from the dirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep this shit light and fun, and we're gonna have a good time. Okay, so come junior year for me, I decide, you know what? I'm gonna go bag this hot new freshman. She just
This
got there.
you or is this Norfolk State?
This ODU.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm gonna go bag the hot freshman. She was from my hometown. I mean, I wasn't intending on it. I just thought she was fine, and I just, I wanted to just spend time with her, and then it just kind of went there, right? So by this time, I'm already torn. Like, my crew is popping. We in a good spot, and I was one of them people who like to show love to everybody. So whether we, like, I used to get blamed for having relationships with people I didn't have relationships with, just because I just showed
I
love to
know plenty of
everybody.
people that you supposedly.
Right. But I didn't. But if you saw us the way I interacted with them, you would think so. I greet you with a hug. I'll flirt with you a little bit. But that's just because I like people to feel good around me. That's who I was. That was my version of people pleasing. Like, when you come around me, forget all your troubles, forget all your worries, just kick back and just have a good time. You remember when you used to try to hide off in the corner, right?
I always sit out. I didn't have time. I mean, cause y'all was all everybody was giggly and
Right, but it don't
out
mean
out
nothing,
the
right?
gaff.
But
You were
let me
were yeah.
so that used to piss her off, right? That made her feel a certain way. So I had to cut all of those friendships off.
Oh,
When
okay.
we broke up, nigga, I had to do an apology tour. Like, I had to go get my fucking friends back. I had to go get my people back. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yeah, I ain't doing this again. Not
I
in this
mean, but you
environment.
feel that should be communicated. Like if you are
I think
talking
you should understand the person that you say you want to be in a relationship with. Who are they? Who were they before you? Who were they that made you attracted to them? Because if I wasn't who I was, she wouldn't have been attracted to me.
that is true. But I mean, and that's where as women, I guess we like you said, we try to change the person, you know,
To make
and
them the version that you're comfortable
that you
with.
want them, but that's not the person you met.
No. That's why guys don't get no sympathy, because they'll tell you, yeah, you knew she was hoeing when you met her. Why would you try to reel her in? Like, you did, like we don't get no sympathy. Like, even your own boys will tell you, like, nigga, you heard the stories. why would you try to
And saying, and again, us as women, we meet the guy that's outside doing whatever, and it's like, I can change him.
can you?
No, ain't gonna
Nobody
happen.
should. Nobody. That's the problem. Nobody should be getting changed out here. If you can't accept me for who I am, and if how I live my life is a direct conflict for how you want to live yours, then we don't have nothing to build on.
And I agree with that, and that's my point. I tell people all the time now, like the person, like why did you not expect that person? Even for me, right? The whole
Mhm.
situation when everything went down. The last time that everything went down, I was I was hurt, But it wasn't that I was hurt because of what happened. I was more hurt of the fact that, like, when I was ready to go and be out of it, I should have just went with my gut and left in, right? Instead of adding a couple of months in thinking that things would shift, because I saw the little changes that I did not ask for, right? But no, we can't change people, and I think that's what, like, we see the potential, we see someone that we like, and then, like you said, how did you meet that person? Where did you meet that person? What was the situation? How are they outside of you before, you became whatever you became? When you were friends, you knew how the person was. So why are we trying to change people? And I didn't want the person to change. And I've always said that now, and I learned this a couple of years ago. It was a guy that I know, a drummer. He came out to Richmond one time, and I think I had stopped, like, talking to somebody, and he was just like, why are you expecting somebody to respond the way you want them to respond? Why can't they respond the way they genuinely respond? Even though I still, those are things that it is hard for me to accept sometimes, right? The responses, how we talk about being ghosted, and the whys, right? Why can't we have this conversation instead of accepting that that happened? This is that person, move on. Not saying it's going to be easy, but yes, those are the things that we want people to change. We want people to do the things that we want them to do, to feel good about ourselves, to, for whatever reason. But I feel like you don't have to change people, but you still can have those conversations, right?
I mean, well, we struggle with a very basic premise. Just be, just because it's not your way doesn't mean it's not a way.
And that's what I was saying, through communication.
Well, I mean, we don't have hard conversations. We don't have communication because we don't want that. We don't want the negative outcome of it. We don't
And we
want to find
be
out that the dream
disappointed.
is not real. What's that? That's on your side.
I know it's the group chat, Mirror's clones, and I'm a part of Mirror's clones, and I don't know what they are.
Mm.
I'm a
So
clone of
you do
Mirror.
you think the rules are different for men and women?
I think they are. I do. After you said what you said, I never really looked at it like that. Like, we're just
Yeah, that y'all
rated.
don't date us. Y'all don't date us. Yeah, that's basically it right there. They go the biggest difference right
I
there. Y'all
learned,
don't date us. We date you.
I learned something new.
That's why they still hanging on to that word courting, because we date you. You don't date us. That you let her listen. The biggest vitriol a man online met was when um what's the little gymnast name?
Uh,
Simone Biles.
Simone. Yeah.
Her husband was like he was surprised. You know, he might not be an Olympic gymnast, but I mean, you know how hard it is to get in the fucking NFL? Like, you know how
Yeah.
hard it is to get drafted. He's not an undrafted free agent. He got drafted into the NFL, right? And most hood niggas don't watch gymnastics. So when he was like, I didn't even know who she was. Like, when I met her, I didn't really know who she was.
He meant
That's
it.
he meant it. But he got vitriol for saying, one, he didn't know who she was, and two, then he was like, he felt like he was a prize too. That's crazy. Why can't he feel like he the prize? You know why he can't feel like he the prize? Because y'all don't date us. Y'all don't fucking date us at all. So, you know, it's so crazy because now we have to look at, now you have to acknowledge all the different dating styles. Oh, I wouldn't even say dating styles. I would say you have to look at all of the different relationship types. They're not dating
Right.
styles. Again, dating is not a status. Dating is an activity.
So I'll say this. I feel like and the reason I wanted to have this conversation because some people believe that dating is a status. They believe
Yeah,
that
it's an
because
archaic
I
view
say
though.
it all the time. Like, no, we weren't in a relationship. We dated.
We dated. It's an archaic belief because they only think that you. First of all, women only allow men to date them that they're interested in building a future with. So that's already predetermined that you're somebody who has the potential.
Yes.
You're not dating this person to actually get to know them. You've all like I tell people all the time, don't put me on no pedestal. Because there's moments in life where I ain't shit. And I know that. I'm okay with that. That comes with me. That comes with loving me, knowing that there are times when I ain't shit. But we all fall short. There's
And
times
I
when
was
you ain't
gonna say that.
shit, right?
I'm
And when the times that you ain't shit, I'm gonna turn that mirror on you. Because when I ain't shit, the whole world turns their mirror on me.
I was gonna say that when guys do wrong, it's like, you know, taking you and just taking you to the state where when women is we oh it's okay, girl.
Not even that. That's just how
We
I
don't we
am.
don't yeah,
That's just
and
how I am.
we
No,
won't tell
no,
people that they're wrong.
no,
We
no,
won't tell our
no,
girlfriends that we wrong.
no, no. That's just oh, okay. That's how you is.
Because you're supposed to accept it.
I mean, but there's like I said, there's so many different relationship types now, right? We talked about situationships. There's people who just casually date. Like me, I just casually date. I don't. I'm not looking to build my happily ever after. I'm just looking to enjoy time with people I like spending time with. I'm not a serial dater. I'm not
There
that.
are people out there that
Oh my
are
god, I see them out all the time. They got. You know what was the funniest thing? I went on a date one time with a woman, and the next day, I just happened to run into her,
with
and
somebody else.
she on a date with somebody else. I'm coming out of a dispensary, and I just look up, and she looks shocked. I'm not tripping. I don't care. But I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That puts in perspective, right? Now, whatever she dating for, God bless her, right? But at that point, I know she's not getting another one of my dimes. Not these the hard ass nickels I earned. Hell no. Okay. So then you got exclusive dating, right? That's the people who think dating is a status.
Okay, so can I kind of say my thing is right? It's very hard for me to navigate and multitask, right?
Mhm.
So that's I wouldn't say it's a choice, but it's just really hard for me to like
Yeah, but
talk to
listen,
several people.
you
And I
can
tell people that all the time, but and I also say like if that is not what you're doing, just make me aware of
but just
what
because
what
you're
the
exclusively
status. Yeah, and I say that because I know how to proceed with you.
if you're exclusively dating, that's fine. But just because you are, don't you can't expect someone else to
And
be.
I don't, but people want to act like they do to
Yeah, I hate those people. They
appease
lying.
me. Like, and that's the thing that makes me mad. It's like, don't lie to me and tell me that you're just talking to me because you want me to hang around. No, allow me the choice. And I say that all the time. Allow me the choice of letting me decide if I want to stay in it, if I don't. That's like, old boy that I talked to in Orlando. I knew he was talking to other people, but
Hmm.
that was who I wanted to talk to in the moment, you know and I enjoyed it for whatever selfish reasons that I had, to do it. But I knew he wasn't just talking to me. But then it made me mad when he wanted to try to put stipulations on things like, don't tell me I can't go outside.
Mm. And you
It,
all out there.
that part. And
Now,
then when I step outside, you got a whole, we made a agree. What agreement? You outside.
But now you have, thanks to trendiness and TV shows, right? You got open relationships. I think some people learn about open relationships through Insecure,
Okay.
right? That's what they. That's where.
Or people lie and say they in open relationship.
Yeah, but the people lie about anything. You know what I'm saying? Um. Then you have the new trend, ethical non-monogamy, E&M, right? Or consensual non-monogamy, CNM. There's two of the same
What?
things. Consensual non-monogamy and ethical non-monogamy are the same thing, but ethical non-monogamy is like you both know that nothing about this interaction is monogamous.
Okay.
Consensual non-monogamy is kind of like you might not be with the shits for real, but you know you are consenting that you understand that that person is
Perfect. I got you. I got you.
right. And then the old tried and true friends with benefits. Sometimes people just need
I was
each
gonna
other.
say sometimes
But
that
you know
that
what? I
works.
hate that. You
It,
know what I hate about that term? They think that friends with benefits only relies on a sexual relationship.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Sometimes somebody is just what you need in the time that you need it. Now, how you spend that time as adults, that's on you. But friends with benefits, we have to, everything is, listen, if it ain't about dating to marriage, then everything else is an abomination and everything is sex based.
But it's
People,
not. I've had
people,
a friends with benefits situation where I've never we it was literally us just always spending time with each other.
people think, poly and ethical non monogamy is all sexual based.
Oh, I
And
know
these,
it's not. I think,
but
but
that's
because
what that's what their brain is. Because again, if it ain't exclusivity, if it's not monogamy,
nobody understands it.
nobody understands it. And I try to explain to people um what poly is. And this is the best way that I can explain it. Have you ever had more than one friend at a time? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did you love each friend for their own value that they added to your life?
Yeah.
And did you appreciate doing things with each of them, letting each friendship be its own thing?
Yes. I have different things that I do with different friends. Yes.
Congratulations. Now you understand how polyamory is possible. That's all it is. Each relationship that you have is its own thing, its own rules agreed upon by the two people involved. There isn't one sided poly unless somebody's lying. But that goes back to people who like lie about being in an open relationship,
Yeah.
right? But for the most part, if someone says they poly, you have a decision at that time to make. Do you keep going and understand that they're telling you how they operate, or you say, "Hey, this is not for me."
But again, you're allowing the person the choice to decide, right?
You always have a choice.
I know you have a choice, but it be
You
some
can have a
BS.
choice. You don't have to fear that you don't have a choice if you're having these type of conversations.
But
If
people
you're having
don't want
open and honest
to have
conversations, huh?
I
You're not
I
having
it,
open and honest conversations though.
and I don't understand why we can't have like sometimes yes, I do get uncomfortable with having certain conversations, but I will have those conversations, right? We don't want to hear no, we don't want to hear I don't want to or, I'm
They don't
done,
want to hear
right?
the negative parts. Yeah,
Fear of like rejection, right? I
that is
get
still
it.
very much a thing.
It is, but understanding that if we don't have these conversations, it's just over and over the confusion, the frustration. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I hate arguing, right? And that's where I feel like sometimes a lot of arguments start because we aren't having conversations. And then when something comes up, it's like, oh, well, I assumed that you knew, or, but no, we didn't have these conversations, right? Or,
Mm-hmm.
the arguments come when you're trying to have these conversations, when you want to figure out what's going on, and people don't want to have these conversations.
Mm-mm.
And yet we get into relationships with these people. But that's the dating part of, like, can I tolerate you? Can you tolerate me? Can we have open and honest conversations? Can we be, and I'm not saying like tell somebody everything, but just can we be honest with each other on what the situation is, what we're doing, what your wants or needs are, you
We
know,
should be, but
if
we
I'm
we
if I'm doing wrong, because I tell people all the time, if I talk to somebody, I tell people all the time, like, I may not know that I'm doing something that upsets you.
mm,
And if I upset you, please let me know. Because if you let me know, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to do it again. But if you
mm,
don't tell me, I'm going to keep doing it.
mm. So what do you think is the new normal?
Social media. Whatever the social media guys say, that's what we should be
Whatever
doing.
social media say. I mean, I think the new normal is just, if anything, the new normal should be what makes you happy. That should be the new normal because we've never been operating in a place of what makes me happiest. Um, for
What we
me,
want. What
um,
makes you happy?
I like meaningful connections. Um, Sometimes in my past, the challenges that I've experienced with connections like jealousy, transparency, boundaries, expressing myself, those are the things that kind of push me to like do the work. Um, Releasing old habits, old beliefs and values that no longer serve me, right? And really trying to live a life where I like turn the volume up on like candor and courage, confidence, a little bit of compassion. Like I'm big on grace these days.
Mm-mm.
Um, and um letting myself, well, constantly reminding myself that, you know, it's safe to lean into your spontaneous and curious self. Like it's
Okay.
okay. Um, you know, a long time ago I lost I started to lose expectations in connections and really just started kind of going with the flow. You know, I wasn't forcing anything. I wasn't concerned with something is or what it isn't. I still do right now. And I just stopped chasing relationships. Like my motto was if it feels good, I'm doing it. And if it doesn't, I'm not. And that's what dating in your 40s has become. Um, because you get to know yourself a little better and you you have different priorities. You got careers, you got responsibilities, you got kids. I ain't got no kids, but you know, you got kids, right?
Mm.
That changes things. You got grown-ups almost.
I mean, technically, I got grown-ups,
Right?
and it's a little different than what it was when they were young.
When they were younger, right? And then you should have a little bit more discernment in your 40s. Definitely. You should definitely be more selective. Um I don't know about like less willing to settle because I hate that word.
But people do it
But
a whole lot.
yeah, because they're still chasing relationships. They're still chasing something. They're still chasing a goal. You're gonna get to that finish line when you're supposed to.
And I
Whatever that finish line is. Um, but one of the biggest things, if you haven't by now, you should be definitely in some type of healing phase. And I say healing because you're never fully healed. You're always can be triggered at any time. It's not anybody else's responsibility once you are triggered. It's you. You have to figure out why you're being triggered, and then you can't give people that switch to be able to trigger you.
That's true.
Um, so protecting your peace becomes the biggest priority when dating in your 40s. I had a she gonna hate when she hear this, but peace, peace and penis. That's what she told me. She said peace and penis in that order. Peace and penis is what she told me. Is that she needed in her life at that time. Peace and
Well,
penis.
I mean, honesty is
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Honesty is beautiful, yo. It really is. Um, so some of the things we learned growing up, you think they still apply?
Some, not all.
Like what? I
Um,
know men always paying still apply. Men always paying still apply.
I
Huh?
take people out on dates. I buy cruises. Shoot,
Shit.
I bought.
Okay. Um, you remember when you used to you try to wait a couple days to call? You can't do that shit no more.
I know it's crazy.
You can't. Well, you definitely can't wait 3 days to text a motherfucker.
It's-
You can
it's-
wait. You can wait forever to call a nigga because niggas don't answer the phone. But you can't wait 3 days to text a nigga. No way. Yeah. Oh, he not interested. Fuck him.
Block,
Block.
block.
Right. Who this? Yeah. It's such I mean. Yeah. No. Marriage before kids. Nah. That bitch been thrown out the window. One of the reasons why I really don't have no kids. I promised a grandmother figure in my life that I would not make a baby mother out of anybody.
Okay.
I think I've honored that promise. God rest her soul. You know what I'm saying? Um, Meeting the parents. How you feel about that?
I still feel like that's a thing, but then sometimes I don't because I feel like some of the parents be with the shits with them
They
too.
be with the shits, yo. I listen to this day. I
I,
still don't bring women around my mother, yo, because she's still wily as hell.
I,
And then she be acting all nice and shit. And then as soon as they leave, it was a demon.
forget I have a son,
Yeah.
and a girlfriend. So yeah, it's just
And here's the other thing. No, some people like you, there's no parents love, right?
yeah.
Or I read this thing in I think it was the New York Times or one of them joints. I get Apple News. And it was saying that there's a growing trend of people disconnecting from their parents. So how you even meeting a parent when you and that person don't even have a relationship with their parents?
I know I've met some people like that as well.
Right. Um mm. Kissing on the first date, how you feel about it?
I mean, ask me when the last time I had a date. So I don't
Ew.
I don't know what that look like anymore.
Okay. What's another rule we grade up? We talked about dating one person at a time. I think that's some bullshit. I think you should date as many people as you can. If you can, as many as you can handle. The capacity for, I would say
I don't
that.
have the capacity.
We know you don't. But that means
I'm okay.
that means you should also not be spending an additional time with somebody who doesn't.
But I was gonna say that I'm okay with that. And I remember at one point I had a whole 3 month. My grandfather would be like, if I meet you after 3 months, that mean that mean you're gonna stay around a little bit.
Not the
At
3 month.
1 or 2 months,
Not the 3 month ticker.
yep. He'd be like, all right, if it's past 3 months, I know he's gonna be around for a long time.
How you feel about gender roles now?
You know how I feel. I've always
cooked. Them shits is cooked too.
I, I, s- I still believe in them.
But here's the thing. This is where men get confused. You want to be a boss, you want to be a baddie, you want to be a man.
Who?
Until it's not you, I'm
I
just saying.
know. Oh, sorry.
Until it's time to be a man. So you want to be, somebody really told y'all that you can have it all.
I remember. I feel like last week, my friend and I, this whole soft girl era, and I'm like, well, I didn't know it was an era because I've I've always been that person, right?
Mhm.
But I remember having conversations with some of my friends about how to, like, before the whole era thing, right? Years ago, how should I approach this? How, do you think I was too aggressive when I said this? Or, I was that person to talk to. But yeah, I've never tried to be, and I don't even like saying alpha. I really don't, because it's
And
no
nobody
such
should be saying
thing.
that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody should be saying that
But
shit.
I remember having a conversation knowing that there are guys that are really into, and I'm not saying I'm not independent, right? I've been independent. I have 2 kids, right? I had to sacrifice. For me, I felt like being in a relationship, a serious one, because I didn't want my kids to see me in and out of relationships when they were younger, right? So I didn't, I have a girl, so I didn't want her to believe that, whatever she does is what she does, but I didn't want her to see that. I didn't want my son to think that. I mean, even though they say they see the dad date, so in comparison to both of us and what they know from me and what they know from him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like, even with my daughter, and you know, watching her date, because
Mm-hmm.
she dates now, and just listening to her, and even feeling like, I was a good parent to know that this is how she sees things, as far as respect, and not being disrespected, but not getting loud or being this overly exaggerated girl that's trying to do the most,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not having a temper, not just being settled. Yeah, she got a little attitude, but I do traditionally still believe in gender roles. I mean, it's just really hard. My grandfather raised me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's what a lot of people, my grandfather raised me, and before my grandfather, my mom and my stepdad. My stepdad was a pastor, and my mom was the pastor's wife, and then also being that my grandmother was the oldest out of like 20 something, so having older, traditional, this is what you do, this is what you do. It's very hard for me to get it out of my head. As much as I wanted to be traditionally married, I kind of looked at it and I felt like my mom got married too young. She was like 25 when she got married,
Mm-hmm.
and the things that they went through after my stepfather passed away that I didn't know they went through, so it's kind of hard for me to get out of tradition. I always say I tried to step outside and have a hot girl summer that lasted for 2 weeks.
Did you?
2 weeks.
Two
2 weeks.
weeks. 2 weeks.
And I went outside every day for those 2 weeks. But yeah.
So, we talk about the rules we grew up with, and we think about, okay, it's not the same, but what should we keep from that list of things? And I think that um, some of the things we think are rules shouldn't be rules. They should just be standards of
But
how
people
you
are
carry yourself,
disrespectful.
right? Respect, right?
Yeah.
That's just can't have that. You gotta have that. You gotta have honesty, and you have to. And I learned this too. You have to have honesty and transparency,
Yes.
right? But I think that some people struggle with that because transparency is a level of vulnerability, and if you don't have it with that person, then you can't be transparent with them, right? So I will answer any question you ask me truthfully, but I might not volunteer information because maybe I haven't decided if I can trust you with it,
And that's understandable.
right? Um, and that's something I still work on, because I'd like to think I'm a private person in a sense. Like I live my way. Like there's the lion that you see outside, and then there's the lamb that lives in these walls, right? And to see that lamb, I have to give you access to that. Everybody can play with the lion. He friendly. He walking around in pride with his tail up. He ain't out here hunting. He just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But the lamb inside here, that's different, and he needs to be protected because he not for everybody.
That's true.
Um, but I think communication should definitely be something that is a standard. Consistency, people struggle with that because it's hard to be consistent with anything. That's
But that's
discipline.
where communication comes in as well.
That's where communication comes in because we are going to fail at things. That's why like
I
I don't
tell
start
people
no
all the
trends
time,
I
I
know I
don't
can't.
text.
That's why
I tell people
I'm,
all the time, I'm not a texter. I got 200 and something text messages and probably at 300 right now. Text messages in my phone right now. As
I
unread.
I
So,
think accountability should be high on that list as well. We should all be held accountable for
yep,
our actions and things we say. I said I got this funny saying I tell time. Words hurt. You have to be accountable for the words you say. You can't just lash out because I might not never forget that shit.
I don't.
Um, I also tell people, lie to Jesus, don't lie to me because Jesus forgives. Jesus
Try
forgives, I
Jesus,
don't.
don't try Jesus, don't try me. That's one thing.
Now intentional dating, I'm
I
not.
know that's different for you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good on
I
that.
know. I know.
But I
I know.
think that I do believe in mutual effort, and that's where the biggest disconnect is mutual effort. Because again, y'all don't date us. So what effort are you putting? You think being present is your effort?
So what is and that you know what? And I'm happy you said that. And the fact that even though I said I learned something new, that is something that I know that is different when a woman has a conversation with a man because it's like, oh, I have this and that. You guys don't want that, you know. So for it to be mutual, me trying to take somebody on a date all the time, yeah, it's a good gesture, but I mean, does it matter?
Mm,
You know, um, I always ask like what are the things that make you happy to see if I can be that person, right?
if you can be
Some
that person.
yeah, if I could be that person because again, the the getting to know, the intention part, right? I still
Hmm.
have to see if I'm compatible, like if you find me compatible. Just because
Right.
like you said, yes, they always say, men know right away what they want or whatever. And like you just
Hmm.
said, women come in looking that, okay, this is my forever, right? But even in these spaces of getting to know each other, I need to make sure that I can be that person for you because there are some things that I know I may not be able to live up to. And if I
Mm,
know I can't, I will bow out. And I think that's the part where we mentioned the the intentions, right? And
hmm.
being honest because in those spaces when I say and I have had conversations with men saying that I'm not the person for you. What you're looking for, I can't give you. And then
Hmm.
that's the well, let's try. It's not going to
Hmm.
work.
Not the let's try. I want to prove to
Because
you.
that you are the person and I'm like, "No, I've gone into that knowing that especially like example, right? You bring up kids and especially with me having older kids. Some people may not have kids. And I know when I date people who don't have kids, I am very serious with that question of do you want more? Or not even more, or do you
Do
want
you
kids?
want more?
Not do you want more, do you want kids? Because I know you don't have them and my kids is grown.
Grown.
Like I could be outside. Like I'm about to be out. Like I'm about to be weekend trip already scheduled. Deuces.
What?
Yeah.
Deuces. Doom, 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 doom.
Going to the Midwest next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask about that later.
Yeah. So
So
we won't be probably recording next week because I'll be out of town. So
you be out of town. Oh, when you leaving?
Friday.
When you
Next
come
Friday.
back?
It's just a weekend thing. Sunday.
Hey, we record during the week.
I gotta get my life together. Do you not know how hard it is? I gotta get my nails done. I gotta make sure my hair is done. I gotta make sure I got everything that's supposed to be in the suitcase. Even though I'm packing for like 2 days, I got like 7 days worth of things. I got a lot of running around to do. I literally do. I just hung out. That was the reason why too. I hung out with my girls yesterday because I was like, I'm not gonna see you this weekend. I'm gonna be busy all week. Gotta get my life right. Plus, it's kind of different. So I know I'm on like I'm very anxious, and I know
Anxious.
yes,
Okay.
this is different. And what I mean by different is like I know I be going places, but this is kind of a whole different like I'm going out and stepping out. I'm like
Okay.
literally stepping out and like
We're gonna have a whole episode on that date.
yeah, because this is not my norm.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do the rules have the rules changed, or we really only care about the ones that
I only care about the ones that matter, right? Like you said, the standards, because we wouldn't call them rules. I still abide by the standards because if you disrespect me, I'm out.
boing.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm lax with communication because I know it's hard for people to communicate. Like some of the standards I am lax with. Like you said, if you meet somebody you like, all the rules don't apply, but there are still some rules that have to apply when hopping in and taking chances, right?
Right.
About the respect, right? Even though your intentions may change, still abide by what you want and don't settle,
Right.
you know.
Is that possible?
Not settling.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time. It's
Like
not
what?
going to happen overnight, but I feel like it can possibly happen because if you vibing with somebody, regardless of, it's not always apparent, so to say, right? Because you can really have a conversation with somebody and be like, "Oh yeah, like I can, you cool, right?" Or there are some people, let me just squint my eye a little bit, and if I like don't have my glasses on, maybe I like you. No, I'm not settling that way. I mean,
Right.
but if it's something that is natural, right? I don't assume that it's settling, right? If it's a natural connection. I feel but I do feel like it takes time. But you gotta kiss a couple of frogs to get the
You always got to kiss a couple frogs.
and I'm willing to pucker up, close my eyes and
Are you?
to see if he turns into, you know,
Prince Charming?
Naive. No, we want the New Orleans one, Naive or whatever his name was.
The new
Princess and the Frog, the black.
Yo, don't mention that movie, yo. The first black Disney princess, she spends 65% of the movie as a fucking frog. The fuck out of here, yo. That shit is pissing me. That shit pisses me off, yo. For real. And then on top of that, before her whole life was working and coming home, working herself to the bone and coming home. And
almost there. We almost
right.
there.
And then she had the one white friend.
Yeah, and Big Daddy.
Yo, what the hell, yo? And they only loved her because she make fucking beignets the best. She's fucking beignet queen. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Disney can kiss my ass with that Princess of the Frog shit, yo. For real, yo. That's why I hate Disney. I fucking hate Disney,
You're
yo.
almost there though. Almost there. Almost.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, if you got a bogus punch bowl email from me today, please don't open that shit up. I got caught. Somebody sent me one. I opened this shit up, and now all my email contacts is getting the same fucking email.
Are you
So
serious?
yes, I had to change my password just in case you get one from me. Just they got me this morning. And I'm half asleep trying to. Cause I think it's my homegirl, and she's saying it's like it's like an invite. But then as I'm trying to open this shit and it won't open, it kept asking me to sign in through Gmail and verify it's me. I was like, yo, let me change my password. So if you get that email from me, I apologize.
Okay,
Anybody get
so
that email from me, it's spam. Throw that shit away.
it's not
Change your
the
password.
text in the
Hmm?
email that Norfolk State for homecoming they always send them little spammy emails
Spammy ass emails.
for
All
Waterside.
right. All right. So you ready for our next round of disaster or doable?
I'm trying not to look at them. Okay. Okay.
You you try not to look at them. You know I
Okay.
don't ever go in order anyway, so I just throw them at you.
Okay.
All right. First one.
Add a couple, one or two, because last time I was like, it's over. You know.
You want me to come up with something?
I mean, you can.
I'm not that fast.
I know, but I'm just saying next time.
All
I
right.
kind of had the notes out earlier.
Okay. Dating someone who says they're emotionally unavailable.
No, I tried, and look where it got me. So no,
I'm okay with it
I think it's
because
different for men and women.
I'm not expecting anything from you. So
That
why would you be giving me your emotions? I just need to
I've
know
been
if
told I've
I
been
just
on a
want to know if you're a decent enough human being to spend time with. Jay, because you can have your other life outside of me. I'm not clocking you like that. So if you're telling me you're emotionally unavailable, anybody who says that is just trying to let you down that they don't want to be in a relationship.
that part.
I'm not looking for one, so cool. But
Okay,
that's where we different.
okay.
Dating someone who still talks to their ex every day. Mm.
That's
I know what
hard.
you're gonna say. Nigga, just say it. Just say it. It's not okay for you.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
so not. It's so hard.
No. Again, I don't give a
I
shit.
got. I became so. True story, right? I've been like the I've talked to people where they dated people and then, because I wasn't talking to anybody. And then the girlfriend or whatever, and I'd be like, it's nothing between us. I remember my ex-boyfriend, oh my gosh, I'll never forget. He started dating somebody new. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how I got brought up because him and I wasn't even talking.
Mm-hmm.
And me and the girlfriend ended up getting cool. So, I'm that person. So yeah. Me and her was cool for a little bit. You know. Next.
um, let's see. Living together but never getting married.
I've done it, so that's doable.
I wouldn't live with nobody. Period. I hate sharing my space.
I've only lived with two people though. Even the last time that let me see, nobody on Instagram right now. That was a disaster. And I'm not saying a disaster like in a bad way. We were great roommates. We were
Mm,
like we were great roommates, but I knew that wasn't my person. I
mm,
love my ex. I care for my ex, but my ex
Mm-hmm.
was not my person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we clashed all the time because
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was his rebound, and I was. He
Mm-hmm.
won't admit it, but I was his rebound.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids had just started going to boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to be the empty nester. So, but we were great. We were great roommates. We really
Mm-hmm.
were. But I wouldn't mind doing it again, but I'm not saying I wouldn't want to get married, but
You're not saying you wouldn't want to get married. Okay.
I do. But I'm not just going to say like if we moving in together that is a conversation. I'm not just going to rush and do it anymore.
Right.
I mean, I really didn't before because I think we were dating for like over a year before we decided to move together.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Waiting a week to text after the first date.
I don't care if I'm waiting a week. So no, if
The
you
niggas be busy.
yeah,
I hate that. I hate that expectation. Niggas is busy, yo.
a week though.
But
The
niggas
first
be
thing
like,
I
yo.
think is that you're
Honestly,
talking to
listen.
somebody else.
Honestly, though.
I'm thinking you're talking to somebody else. Have me wait a week. You got a whole girlfriend.
I mean, that's sad that you feel that way. But I mean, niggas get busy because what if you the one? What if you the one? What if you the one that he hitting you, but you not responding? You're not responding because they haven't. That's what it is. Like people will determine if you've earned a spot for that type of transparency. They'll just rather just disappear, go in a little hole, instead of just communicating, hey, I'm having some time right now, and it doesn't allow me a lot of time to kind of, you know, put any energy or effort into this. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. We don't communicate.
I
Nigga,
would
all right,
respect the
all right.
person if
Put it
they
like
said
this.
it,
If
but then
if
I still believe it's BS. I'm just being
no,
honest.
because okay. That's like if I get pissed at you because you don't make these damn episodes.
We don't. I mean, what you going? I mean, that don't count.
It does. It's the same thing. We like to we don't like we like to give relationships a different level when it comes to how we interact with each other.
Okay.
And so when we do it in the terms of relationship, then it has to be this one way. But any type of connection, this podcast is one of our connections. Okay, you got shit going on. So if I get pissed at you because you don't make the weekly episodes, and sometimes I don't hear from you for months, do I ever make you feel bad about that?
No.
Exactly. What's the point? Because niggas go through real life shit, B, every day.
But I
People are
feel like
fighting battles.
if you
People are
just
fighting battles that you don't have no idea.
and that's where I mean
At our big
I'm
age,
horrible with communicating that.
some of us are turning into overnight caretakers, right? So with people are losing jobs. We just had a real vicious ass fucking retrograde. Did you experience that shit?
When
Like I think it just ended like a couple days ago. That retrograde was horrible.
how long did it last?
Like most of them do, about 30 days.
Nah, I've been chilling.
Okay, that's cool.
If you I've been
Okay, let me ask you something. Has
well, no,
anybody
I say okay. So I got you. I've been chilling, but everybody else been.
you've been getting some spin the block energy, ain't you?
I've gotten that. I've
Uh-huh.
gotten new kids,
Yeah.
with other people,
Yeah.
other stuff, and just
Mm-hmm.
the stuff going on here at the house.
Yeah, nastiness. I know.
Where I've isolated myself in the room. So yeah,
Isolation.
yeah,
Oh, that's so cute. Okay.
lock myself in my room. But I wanted to say one thing about that text message thing, right? I don't like texting, so
hmm.
it's a no-go because if you didn't take the time, even if you got something going on, that's fine. But my thing is if you didn't take
Mm,
the time to even call me, so even if you
mm.
call me afterwards and say something,
Call me.
that's more of okay, I can understand. But a
Call
text
me.
message, no, I'm a whole phone person.
Your whole phone person. Okay. All right,
FaceTime and
gotcha.
all. FaceTime me every day.
Got it. All right. Let's see. Exclusive without labels.
That's
Mm.
doable. I always like it like that. Like
You do?
just if it can happen like that, oh yes.
Mm. Okay.
I'm serious about that. Like I am so cool with that.
I'm one of the people that think that I'm bigger on connections than titles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Um let's see. What's another one? Oh, okay. Dating someone who openly dates multiple people.
I can do it's doable, but I know where I stand in it. So it's doable.
Mm,
I mean, I
okay.
know where I stand and I know what I'm giving and I know what I'm not
I
giving.
hope you are. I
Yeah.
hate eggs in one basket, motherfuckers, yo.
I mean, I'm an egg in one basket, but again, if somebody else is dating multiple people, I know where I stand and I know what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. So don't expect certain things from me because you
Okay.
can ask your other boo.
Ooh, ask that bitch.
Yep.
Ask that bitch. All right. Last one. No. One, two more. Going on 3 first dates in 1 week.
I've done that before.
If you can
It
afford
was
it.
2. It was
If
2 first dates.
if you can afford it.
I think the most I've done is 2. That was my past life. Now I'm not doing that mess. I'm not.
In a
I don't
past
got the
life.
energy. I don't got the energy to be outside 3
In a
times out.
past life.
Eh, but I've done it.
Okay. Um, okay. Last one. This is hilarious. Splitting the bill on every date. Mm,
If we're dating, right? Because we're not talking about relationships.
if we're dating.
That is doable.
Okay. Mm,
I've gone Dutch a couple of times with
mm,
plenty of people I've hung with because we're
mm,
and again I know what that relationship is and where you
mm,
are in dating. And I'm not saying like, oh, you gotta pay my bill all the time, but I've gone Dutch plenty of times on dates.
mm.
And I give good dates too. If I take you out, I give good dates.
All right. So, final question. Have dating rules disappeared or are we just writing our own now?
I feel like we're writing our own, and that's the one thing I'm understanding is what my dating style is my dating style.
Mhm.
What I expect after or what my expectations are my expectations, right? As long
Right?
as the person or the people that I am aligned with agree
Mhm.
with it, we all good.
Okay. Okay.
I've grown.
Um hmm?
I said I've grown.
Oh, look at you. Oh, I've grown. Come and get me. I think that we're definitely writing our own. And I like that about us. I think we need to get away from it's so funny that we look at uh we look at all the stuff that we were raised to believe. And some of it didn't serve us because it wasn't built for the time we live in.
Yep, I agree.
And I think that a lot of it also was to kind of prevent people from living in a state of constantly pleasing themselves,
I can agree.
right? So it's just like as long as people are being the best versions of themselves, whatever they're doing in their life that makes them the best version of themselves and it makes them happy, I'm all for it.
Okay.
I'm all for it. Now, I don't know if you've been looking, um, but the I guess it's just for me. I don't know if it's coming up on your side, but like, but I don't have anything streaming to Facebook, so the comments over here have been going in. Have you seen this, Jay?
Where?
You
On
know, at the bottom of the screen where it says chat.
chat on Facebook?
No, just in this
Oh,
space.
I see. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know what. Yeah, I've never seen that. I can't even.
So
I have no clue who that was.
yeah, he went in.
Yeah. And I didn't, I didn't want to kind of, I felt like the vibe was kind of good and I didn't want to,
You
because
didn't want to spoil it with that.
I didn't want to go there.
I mean, listen, this is
I mean, we
this
could,
is the world we live in because if that's what he believes, right?
yeah,
He should find people that fit that,
yeah.
right? I don't know how old this man is. BC he
'Cause
only
I
dates
know that
18 to
last
20.
one.
I only date 18 to 25, and I'm like, whoa.
I feel like
Yeah.
he's older.
Huh?
I feel like he's older.
Listen.
Because even in the beginning, where he was just saying, with the after the sexual
I
revolution.
never feed them until I have sex with them. That's hilarious. Somebody said, how does that even work?
Yeah, I have no clue who that is.
It's all right. You know, shout out to
just
people
on my
in there. Listen,
Yeah.
shout out listen. Everybody has an opinion.
Yes.
You are deserving to have your opinion.
And they are in the comments.
They are in the comments.
On YouTube.
Man. All right. So I think this was a good discussion. What you think?
I think it was. I think it was a really good discussion. Like I said, I kind of wanted to do that transition, right? How we start, where we are, what things look like, especially with us kind of looking and viewing dating differently. But even though we look at it differently, we've had conversations off camera where, you, like I said, you state your opinion. I listen to you as a friend, but I'm not going to change how I feel because of
You
other
better not.
opinion.
You don't listen to me. Tell
No,
people all the time don't listen to
I'm not
me.
just talking about you. I'm talking about other people. Some
No.
people feel that I need to change the way I see life and dating.
No, you just need to find somebody who's on your wave.
Yeah.
That's it. Once you find whoever's on your wave, that's what you focus on.
Yeah.
That's it. Be happy, motherfuckers. Find your soul's counterpoint in another person. You know what I mean? And if none of that applies to you, then just live your best fucking life.
And I'm happy you said that, because my shameless plug right now, because you see the QR code is up and you asked me.
We back again.
Yeah, you have time. You have time. You have time.
No, I don't. But that Saturday we are neat. That's the weekend before school starts back up.
I don't know when school start.
I know because you don't got school. You guys one school age child left.
But she always start right before. This the
Because
first
she
year
go
they
to like the
at the end
super
of the
duper private school. Well, you got money, nigga. Send me $20. Public school starts that Monday.
daughter's school is free. She's smart.
Okay, good. Public school starts that Monday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Us over here in Gym Pop start on Monday.
Well, I guess so. Parents, before you send your kids off to school on Monday, make sure you we were asked to come again. I will say,
I'll see what I can do. I
So
won't make no promises, but I'll see what I can do.
so with the Love in Paradise thing, it was more so community networking. I know we kind of like it was the wristbands, but there were people that were trying to network. A lot of people, I did shout out businesses and they were able to shout out their business. But the second go round, we want to kind of focus on community, right? We do want connections to happen, natural connections like they did. Um Tanea actually won the date.
Word.
Yes, but it was kind of crazy because one lady thought she got called, and the same person that Tanea kind of had a connection with, he had a connection with her as well.
Oh.
But I felt like with them being out there and Tanea being, out of town, I feel like it's still a possibility because everybody was talking. But I felt like it was some genuine connections. We had some really good people out there. We had some local influencers
Mm-hmm.
out there. So we were asked as soon as the event was over, we were asked to set up another day. DJ Guru will be hosting with me as long with, providing with the music.
Mm-hmm.
So it is through the Momentum Social Event Group, and I am partnering with them to host this event. But again, I was told we want to build a community. So, whether it's relationships, networking,
Mm-hmm.
trying to build a community in Jax. So, the new event tickets are available right now. Big things are coming with that. I'll let you know off camera, Antoine, but definitely scan the QR code, get your tickets now or at least save the date. Trying to put together same event, better vibe, better connections. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
feel. Next week I may try to get on live, but I ain't gonna have no time to get on live because, like I said, my whole week is planned.
Are you getting flued out?
No, I'm flying myself out.
Yeah, shit, boss
I'm just
bitch.
saying, I'm being real. I'm being
Mm-hmm.
honest. Fly myself out. I wanted to see based off of conversation and communication before even continuing to boo love and FaceTime every day. I feel that the connection is genuine. So I felt like, I really want to kind of see how we are in real time. And we
Mm-hmm.
were having a conversation. I said, say the word. He said, say the word. I said, okay, say less. Book my ticket.
Mm.
So that's how literally how quick it happened. We were having a conversation. And I was like, it's easy because of what we do, right? As far as our occupations. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
easier, it's easier for me to move around.
Right.
And like I said, we were just having a conversation and I was like, just say it. And he said the word. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, flight book. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Boss.
So I feel like it's a connection. Definitely been a vibe, you know. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna have a good time.
I think you will if you allow yourself to have a good time.
I am because it's just always been natural. Like even when we did communicate, the times that we did communicate, it's always been natural. So
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. And
So yep. So we'll be taking a quick, you know, vacation. So we'll be off next week.
mm. Mm, mm,
I mean,
mm.
Antoine can come live if you want. I set it up. I know I gotta set it up again, right?
Unless you set back up the thing.
That's what I said. I can set it back up. So
I thought you was gonna do that anyway.
I've been busy. I can't talk about certain work stuff online,
I mean, I don't need you to.
but I've been exhausted.
HIPAA laws, my nigga.
That part. I've been tired.
All right, then. Well, if they can't find you next week, where can they find you?
You can find me at Natasha Renee underscore the creator on Instagram. You can find, be sure, please. We see somebody on YouTube. So out for the first one, Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page.
we accept all opinions around
Yes,
here.
we do. Definitely
And
do.
you can find me on IG and on YouTube. My shit is pure comedy. All one word.
All right, next time we come back, we'll talk about relationships or we'll talk about this trip. Whichever.
I can't wait.
So talk to you guys later.
Peace.